There are monsters in this world, but they don't always hide under beds. Sometimes, they wear pastel sweaters, smile at your face, and live right next door. My daughter, she can't fight, she can't run, she can't even raise her hands to protect herself. But someone still chose to hurt her so badly that doctors counted 26 broken bones. The woman responsible? An HOA president who thought rules gave her power. But she didn't know who I was. She didn't know the man whose daughter she touched was the commander of police. When I moved into Maple Ridge Estates, all I wanted was stability for my daughter, Nor. She was 12. Bright eyes. Soft smile. No voice. The accident years ago left her unable to speak, walk, or lift much weight. Everything about her world depended on me. When we arrived, neighbors waved politely from their porches. Except one. A woman with stiff blonde hair, pastel sweater, and a frown so deep it looked carved. Karen Whitlock, HOA president. She didn't welcome us. She didn't smile at Nor. She only pointed at the mailbox. You're 2 inches outside HOA alignment. I said politely, we just arrived. She replied coldly, we have standards. I hope you and your situation don't lower them. I placed a gentle hand on Nor's shoulder. She's not a situation, I said. Karen scribbled something on her clipboard with unnecessary force. You'll follow the rules here. All of them. I should have left that day. But I wanted peace. Not war. War came anyway. Within the first week, Karen issued 5 HOA violations. Your daughter's wheelchair ramp is visually unappealing. Your curtain color doesn't match neighborhood palette. Your trash can was visible for 11 minutes after collection. Your daughter left fingerprints on your own window. Medical equipment is not decorative. Every day she came with a new complaint. But she never said the real issue. She hated Nor. I saw it in her eyes every time she looked at her. Disgust. Annoyance. Judgment. And then, things escalated. One night, Nor woke me by tapping my arm softly. She pointed at the backyard window. Her eyes, terrified. I checked. In the moonlight, I saw a shadow near our fence. A tall figure. Still. Watching. I stepped outside. Nothing. But the next morning, I found Nor's therapy equipment scattered in the yard, thrown around violently. Karen walked by, sipping coffee. Oh dear, she said casually, maybe you should teach your kid not to leave junk around. I stared at her. You think she could do this? Karen smirked. Well, not with that condition. Maybe someone else thought it shouldn't clutter the neighborhood. My jaw locked. What someone? I asked. She tilted her head. Someone who cares about the beauty of this place. She walked away before I could respond. That was the first warning. The last would come much later, when everything shattered. It was a Thursday. I remember because Nor had a physical therapy session scheduled. I left her in the living room for just 5 minutes to take a call from HQ. When I returned, she was gone. The wheelchair, empty. I felt my chest cave in. Nor. No answer. I tore through the house. Nothing. Then I heard it. A faint sound. A soft, painful cry. Barely audible. From outside. I sprinted out the back door. And everything inside me died. Nor, my gentle, fragile daughter, was lying on the grass near the old community shed. Her body twisted unnaturally, arms limp, legs bent wrong. Her breathing shallow. Her eyes wet with silent tears. I dropped to my knees beside her. Nor, sweetheart. I'm here. I'm here. She tried to reach for me but couldn't lift her arm. My voice shook. Who did this? What happened? She tried to point. Toward the shed. I followed her trembling gaze. And then I saw the security camera on the shed's corner. Broken. Smashed deliberately. I carried Nor into the car and raced to the hospital, my hands shaking on the wheel. Doctors ran tests. Hours passed. Finally, one came out. His face pale. "Commander, your daughter has 26 fractures. Her bones, they didn't break naturally. Someone forced this." Forced? As in, someone hurt her. Someone held her. Someone used strength she could never fight against. I felt the world tilt. I asked softly, "Is she alive?" "She is, but she's in pain. We'll stabilize her." I went numb. Then the doctor said something that ignited fire in my veins. "She was found near a shed?" That kind of injury suggests she was dropped from somewhere. Dropped. Dropped. From height. My hands curled into fists. I knew one person in this neighborhood vicious enough. One person who hated my daughter's presence. One person who wanted us gone. I stormed to Karen's house. She opened the door with a smug expression. "Oh, it's you. Hear about the HOA violation? I heard an ambulance left your place." My voice was ice. "You touched my daughter." Karen snorted. "Touched? Please. That fragile little thing probably fell off something. Or maybe she just. She cannot stand," I growled. "She cannot climb. She cannot walk. And you broke 26 of her bones." Karen rolled her eyes. "Don't accuse me. Your kid shouldn't have been near the shed. It's unsafe. She can't go there alone." Karen's expression froze. A flicker of fear. Then denial. "I didn't do anything." I stepped closer. "You moved her." "What? No. You carried her." "No. And you dropped her." Karen's mask cracked. She whispered, "She shouldn't be here, she makes the neighborhood look bad." I felt my soul turn black. "You hurt a child because of aesthetics?" Karen lifted her chin. "I made this neighborhood what it is. I decide what belongs. And that child." She didn't finish. Because police cars turned into the street. Sirens off. Lights off. Silent. My men. My unit. My authority. Karen's mouth fell open. What is this? Why are they here?" I leaned toward her. "You never asked who I was." She stepped back. "What?" "I'm the commander of police." Her face drained. You can't do this, I'm HOA president." I signaled my officers. "Karen Whitlock. You are under arrest for assault, child endangerment, intentional harm, stalking, and destruction of evidence." She screamed. She fought. She kicked. She tried blaming me. She tried blaming Nor. But nothing mattered. She was taken away. The same way she took my daughter's safety away. Nor spent 2 weeks recovering. She couldn't speak, but every time she saw me, she reached her hand weakly to touch my face. As if telling me she wasn't afraid anymore. One night, while sitting with her in the hospital, she mimed something with her hands. She traced a shape. A circle. Then pointed to her head. I realized what she meant. The shed. Someone else was there. Someone else watching. Karen didn't act alone. There was someone behind her. Someone who hadn't been caught. Karen was transferred to county jail. Everything felt calm. Until one evening, I found a note taped to my door. Small. Unmarked. It said. She was only the first. I looked across the street. A silhouette stood in a dark window. Still. Watching. Not Karen. Someone worse. Someone waiting. Someone who knew Noor was still alive. My daughter squeezed my hand gently. I whispered, "I'll protect you. Always." But deep down, I knew this war wasn't over. It had just begun. Fade out.